Hey everybody, I'm Sam.
I'm Adam.
I'm Will, and we are
Working Title.
RAR. Demon.
Guys, we are here for Demon Slayer Season 1, Episode 1, Cruelty. Last on, nothing happened. It is a new series! Yeah! Well, actually, about that.
So for reference, a year ago, not too long after we first started the channel, this is one of the first shows we started to do, but we didn't really know what we were doing, and got copyright striked by YouTube because of the music. So that put our channel out of commission for a week, as well as the video couldn't be on YouTube at all. So, with that being said, Sam and I have seen the first 2 episodes.
Yep.
But nothing else of the show, and Adam has seen Season 1 and the movie.
That's it.
Correct. I mean, it's probably the hottest anime, talked about, I feel like.
Yeah, in the past.
Absolutely.
I think that's it. So, guys, if you enjoy this reaction, make sure you leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy our content, leave a comment down below. Are you hyped that we're watching Demon Slayer? Are you not?
I am!
Check out the Patreon. We will have early access for this as well. I'm pretty sure we're going to be doing 2 a week for this show. If not, just check the monthly calendar and see what is happening so you can be up to date with us. We also have other things like the Arcane tier that is joining us. We still have AOT that you can watch. We also have Full Metal Alchemist. And go support the show on any streaming service you want to watch it on, and then come back and support your boys. We're going to punch it.
Bah! How come, Bones doesn't have one, or Mappa, an intro?
Because they're more bashful.
So shy.
Dude, it's so beautiful. I mean... Oh yeah, that's Falco.
Oh, I was just about to say, that's Falco!
Oh my god, that does sound like him. Oh, see, now I'm not going to be able to watch this. I'm thinking about Falco. Damn it, Sam! You've corrupted me.
He's also, Kaneki.
You're right, that is Kaneki's voice.
There's 3D right there.
Oh yeah, the character. Wow.
Because he'd been working. Good kid.
I want to dye my hair like his.
Do it.
I never liked these open goodbyes at the beginning.
Moment, yeah.
Well, as we just said, we have seen this episode.
Yeah, I know. I just forgot. I don't remember anything except the ending part.
Yeah. I remember a year ago we were like, there's nothing good when you're hanging out with your family at the start of a show, you know?
This kid looks just like him. What the fuck?
I know, I got confused. I literally thought there was 2 Tanjiros.
Welcome to another anime where dad's not in the picture. Fucking ridiculous.
That's in everything.
I know.
The dads are always present. Why is this the pattern? Oh my gosh, that's what she looked like.
What the heck?
See, I only remember Nezuko from after this. She looks so different.
And this family wastes no time pumping out kids. We're all the same age.
Wait.
Roughly.
Is that Nezuko's child?
It's her brother.
Okay, so she's just carrying the mom's child.
Yeah.
いつも血の匂いがする。
Ew. Wait, what? What did he mean by that? I'm confused.
罪を売ってくれ。
This might sound dumb, but how do you get charcoal?
It's burnt wood, like embers.
Or charred wood, I guess,
Yeah.
specifically.
猫の匂いがする。
Is he a dog? What's going on?
俺じゃないって言っただろ。炭治郎、ちょっと荷物運ぶの手伝ってくれねえか。
Why is this kid like the local, like, I help everyone in the
Handyman?
village? Yeah. Oh, he fixes door. How can you smell this?
ほら炭治郎、おめえ山に帰るつもりか。危ねえからやめろ。いいから来い。鬼が出るぞ。
A like blank stare on the guy's face was creepy.
サブロおじいさん。
Oh, that's
鬼
his
ってどう
grandfather?
だ。
昔から一冬には日が暮れるとうろつき出す。
Ew.
だから夜歩き回るもんじゃねえ。食ったら寝ろ。
This is creepy music. Very fucking creepy.
Specifically at night only.
Yeah.
No day walkers.
I feel like this guy's like an ancient warrior. We just don't know it yet.
みんな鬼に食われちまう。
だから鬼狩り様が鬼を切ってく
The
れるん
demon
だ。
hunters.
昔から。
今度弟たちを連れてくるから。怖がらなくても鬼なんかいないよ。大丈夫。でもそういえば。
Interesting boots.
Yeah.
Those are like old school Uggs.
幸せが壊れる時には血の匂い。
Oh, right.
Yeah, we've been through this. I don't want to live through this again. I don't.
Yes, you do.
I don't.
It's the smell of blood will soak it
I don't
in.
even know these people's. Oh, yuck.
That's a lot more graphic than I remember.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Wait.
Oh.
母ちゃん。
Why is it so?
Wait.
Why is it like
I'm forgetting
this?
things.
Oh.
Jesus.
息子だけはまだぬくもりがある。
I don't
A
understand.
warm,
助かるかもしれない。
a warm dead person.
なんでこんなことになったんだ。
I don't understand how I don't remember that scene. That's so like,
冬眠できなく
brutal.
不安が出たのか。
Wait, not a vampire. She's a demon.
I think that's what they are, demons.
Demon. Can demons be warm?
苦しい。
I don't
凍
know.
てついた空気で。
You've never met one?
痛い。
No,
前に進め。
unless you count.
死なせないからな。
Oh my god.
絶対助ける。
She's standing up. Yeah.
しまった。
Ugh. Yikes.
I slipped.
They both caused the accident and saved you in the end. Ooh.
Ew. Ah, it's like a horror movie.
大丈夫か。ネズコ。
Yuck.
Watch them fingernails of hers.
ネズコが人食うように。いや違う。ネズコは人間だ。生まれた時から。
Not anymore.
でもあれはネズコがやったんじゃない。ロクタをかばうように倒れていたし、口当てに血はついていなかった。そしてもう一つの匂いが。
The demons.
The demon.
She's built different.
Bro,
She's
why is
getting
she?
bigger.
She's like Brand of Tarth now. Like strong woman.
痛かったの。苦しかったの。
Oh man.
助けてやれなくてごめんな。
How the fuck are they gonna get out of this?
せめてネズコだけはなんとかして。ネズコ。
Oh, poor
頑張れネズ
kid.
コ。
Demon Slayer, where you at?
She crying too? Oh, fuck, dude.
Haircut for free.
I liked the ponytail, damn it.
Yeah, me too.
Man bun gone.
She just shrunk.
What the hell?
誰だ
That will be $30 for the haircut.
And a tip.
Man, she sounds like a zombie.
Yeah, she really does.
Yeah.
それが妹か
Whoa! What the fuck? Where the fuck did they go?
This is one of those shows where it does a little zappy thing when they go really fast through it, right? Flicker. The Naruto thing, whatever.
That's why I love that more than
俺
superhero
の仕事
movies.
は簡単な話だ傷口に鬼の血を浴びたから鬼になった
Oh, jeez.
人食い鬼はそうやって増える
So a demon might not have bit her or anything, but like blood got in her.
俺のことはちゃんと分かってるはずだ
She started
俺は誰
crying.
も傷つけさせない殺さないでくれ
Punch him in the head. Don't let him do
Why
this.
can't I remember?
俺から奪うのはやめてください
Damn.
どうか妹を殺さないでください お願いしますお願いします
This guy's got no heart. There's no way. Maybe he does.
生殺与奪の剣を他人に握らせるな勝利千番弱者には何の権利も選択肢もないことごとく力で強者にねじ伏せられるのみ
Man, this guy's pretty opinionated for beating this kid. I mean, what the fuck?
お前ごと妹を口出しにしてもよかったんだぞ
Then do it. Like, what are you complaining about?
泣くな絶望するなそんなのは今することじゃないお前が打ちのめされているのは分かる
Anime's so funny, dude.
妹は
Secret heart of the man.
つらいだ俺があと半日早く来ていれば
Yeah, dude, you fucking failed.
It's all your fault.
Piece of shit.
時を巻いて戻す術はない
I like how his eyes look.
Yeah,
He
it's
doesn't- he doesn't have pupils or anything.
許せないという強く純粋な怒りは
I'm not gonna lie, this sword has the worst name I've ever heard.
Destroyer of dreams. Is that what
No,
it's
it's a demon destroyer.
A
Demon
demon
destroyer.
destroyer.
I just saw the destroyed demon.
直すことも
Oh my gosh.
Use the elements to your advantage.
Throw charcoal at him.
Cut off his head.
妹だ
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Woo!
Post mortem.
木の陰に隠れる直前
Bro,
こちらに石
bro,
を
chuck that shit.
と同時に上へ
Yeah.
斧を
Yeet!
振りかぶった体勢で
Now that's not 3D, but look how it looks. Is the background? I think the background's 3D.
Oh!
Wait, what? Oh, protect him or eat him.
禰豆子
Wow.
Let's go!
Wow.
So she's not a normal demon. She's half human.
それを直すために力を消費している鬼に変わる時もかなり体力を消費するはずだから一刻も早く人の血肉を食らいたかっただろうに守る動作
Yeah.
Weird.
She's not like the willpower.
Wow.
Yeah.
こいつらは何か
Oh, dude, don't cut her
違う
down.
のかもしれない
Oh, yes.
Yep.
I guess that worked.
I was thinking like a forehead tap with the
Yeah.
handle. Like that would have made sense.
Oh.
Dude,
Welcome to heaven.
is this the thing we're gonna do? Like, we're just gonna
置き去りにしてごめんね
rehash this horrible moment?
炭治郎
Whoa. Whoa.
So cool.
I thought that was over there. That was weird.
So cool.
Music freaking bounced.
That's what you meant by
The nuzzle.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
the nuzzle.
I was like, what are you talking about?
さぎり山のふもとに住んでいる鱗滝左近次という老人を訪ねる
Yeah.
富岡
Old Man in the
言われ
Woods.
てきたいいね
I love it! Oh.
Aw. That's really cute, all things considered.
Bearing your family together is a
That's not what I meant. The fact that Demon Girl still has a heart.
Yeah, dude. No, that is good. I'm very happy about that. You should have burned the house.
I know, you always gotta burn.
Full Metal this shit?
You gotta burn anything that encounters
You were a
demon.
child trying to run away.
Yeah. I mean, they are, literally. That's actively what they're doing.
That was episode 1 of Demon Slayer. After 1 year, boys, how does it feel?
Eye-opening, because I don't remember it too much.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, like, other than, like, Tanjiro being Tanjiro, and, like, I did remember the fact that the family dies in the beginning, but I don't remember it being, like, as grotesque as it is, and brutal. I mean, like, I don't even want to see the house shot again. No. That was bad. It was bad enough seeing...
A lot of red.
It was bad enough seeing the Nezuko on top of, like, God, it chokes me up saying it, the baby brother.
Yeah.
But, like, the inside, too, don't ever want to see it again. I pray to God this is not going to be, like, one of those anime things where they flash back to it every, like, 3 episodes, because I don't want to see it. I'd rather just, like, let that be, like, a vaulted memory that I just choose to never think about again.
Yeah.
So.
It's really crazy how... Well, I mean, we associate the color red with blood, obviously, but it's just so crazy how a stroke of a red brush in animation can, like, get a visceral reaction from somebody.
Well, especially in snow.
Well, that too, because
really
it's
stands
like
out.
It's like a
Pure white.
a pure white color. It's snow, so it's clean, and it's getting tainted by
Blood.
Red.
we all got inside us. Which,
Yeah.
Just for anyone who isn't aware, make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video. We are going to put the entire post talk that we had from a year ago. So if you want to see our original thoughts, we will have that at the end. So make sure you stay tuned, and then we'll wrap it up. But
I'm dressed like Tanjiro.
yeah, you didn't know you were watching Demon Slayer today.
No,
You got
I didn't.
excited.
Yeah.
He was very disappointed when he came in.
I had a pretty bad day today, and this just made my day.
Yeah, he was disappointed. He was like, I didn't bring the earrings.
I know.
So you will see the earrings from a year ago,
Yeah.
and then eventually again.
I had a sword.
Yeah.
You did have a sword.
I had a sword and my green and black flannel on.
Yeah, it was a good. There was a couple things that I forgot about. I forgot that there was like a modern looking village. Like my mind immediately went to like we're in rural Japan when I was watching this because we just started in the woods. We started at like not like a basic home, but just a home.
A cabin.
You know, a cabin, a charcoal family.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you can call them.
Mm-hmm.
Charcoal family.
I don't know what to call it. What do you call a person whose industry is charcoal?
I don't know. They live off the land.
A woodsman.
They live off the land.
The woodsman family. But yeah, so I forgot that. So when we went to the updated town, I was like, well, that is very awesome. It was so beautiful there.
There's also like electrical wire.
I was about to say that. Yeah, there's telephone poles.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, so we're like living kind of in the present. Not really, but like more recent than most things that we watch. You know.
Yeah. And I remember Tanjiro, just in case you don't remember, I know he goes somewhere to meet a fellow in the next one, but I was just surprised that Demon Slayer is like a job title, like it's like an occupation you can have. I guess I just thought that Tanjiro would be the eventual Demon Slayer and that would be it. Because I knew that
there are like Demon Slayers.
like
yeah,
like a passed down mantle. Because I remember that the one dude shows up to fight Nezuko at the end, and I thought maybe this guy will train Tanjiro, but how the grandpa made it seem is like there are multiple that
there are a bunch of them.
actively, I guess, go to different towns or like actively do rotations to check for demons.
Probably they're just
You
hunting.
have to watch.
They probably just take leads, I would assume.
Maybe pay close attention to the intro.
Well, because the guy, and I guess you want to start at the beginning, because I was just gonna go right into the grandpa.
I mean, so we had Nezuko being carried by Tanjiro.
Right.
And then we jumped flashback into Tanjiro saying bye to his family with a bucket full of charcoal, or a backpack full of charcoal to go sell to the town. He said goodbye to his kids, or his little siblings. Never good to start that. Just gives a bad vibe. I already know what's going to happen. Even last year, when we didn't know what was going to happen, we knew it was going to happen at that moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, said goodbye to his whole family, everybody that like looked just like him, even the annoying little brother.
Went to a village.
Yeah, went to town, and
Everybody knows him and loves him.
Can I have some charcoal, please?
yeah, can I have
Uses
some
him as a
charcoal?
handyman. He's got a good sniffer.
Well, so that's why I was wondering what charcoal was, because if it's just wood that's burnt, I was just like, is that hard to come by? Or do like people not want to cut their own trees?
Probably
Or
that.
you don't want to cut the forest nearby the town? Strictly get them from the deep woods?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know like the actual process of making charcoal, but I mean, like it's good for like cooking, cooking flames.
Well, we also have like super refined versions of it, so.
True. Who knows what it was like at this time of reality? Yeah, he has a good sniffer. I mean, like I don't really know what the. Is he a dog? Smart dog.
Sniff the pot.
That was
Yeah,
broken,
broken pot?
and he found out a cat broke it, and not that guy who got his ass beat. His nose was bleeding, his mouth was bleeding.
Oh. When he said I smell cat,
That's what broke
I
it.
thought it was like
Oh boy.
in like old folklore how like the scent of like
A spirit or something?
yeah, like sometimes people associate cats with spirits. So I thought it was something like that, like a
Oh.
demon broke the pot.
Oh.
And I was like, oh frick, we're gonna have like hybrid demons and go with chimera demons. I hate evil cats, but yeah, it's just a cat.
Yeah, no.
And also before that, he mentioned the whole when happiness is destroyed, there's the smell of blood.
Yeah. In the beginning, I was like, "What the fuck is he talking about?" Just he had like long pauses in between. I was like, "What?" But yeah, he was about to leave, go home for the night. Grandpa, I don't remember his name. Saburo. He was like, "No, you're not gonna go up there. Demons are out and about. We got to stay inside and protect ourselves." And Tanjiro kind of like that's where we learned about the demon slayers. And Tanjiro rehashed that like his granddad lost his whole family because of demons, right? So
You know what's crazy about that though? The grandpa said they can come in at any time. Like it doesn't matter. Like there's no like ritual that you can put at your door, like the blood of the lamb to make sure they can't come in, kind of thing.
At night.
Yeah.
At night.
At night. Well, but I guess that's why the demon slayers might have to do like a rotation kind of thing. Because what's his name said I should have been here the day before.
half
Gyu.
day earlier,
So
yeah.
he must have been off the clock and forgot the.
Yeah. He also said for later in the episode, but to keep his sister out of the light.
Yeah.
So he told Tanjiro to keep Nezuko
Nezuko.
out of the light. So I guess they're kind of like vampires where they can't stand sunlight or active sunlight because I mean it was daytime, but it was clearly like a snowy, cloudy blizzard type of deal.
Gotcha.
But Tanjiro went back up. He smelled blood, ran up.
Horrible, grotesque
He
scene.
saw the horrible scene of his family, realized Nezuko was still alive, and decided to carry her down to the mountain to get some medical attention.
She was not dead.
Yeah.
She came back.
Grew like a foot and like built like an extra 50 pounds of muscle mass out of nowhere.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I thought Nezuko was a lot smaller from my memory. Even when she was normal sized.
Oh,
like
yeah,
just
she's
a
like-
young lady
She's
carrying
like,
a baby.
she's like an inch or two shorter than Tanjiro. She's not like she's like that's the thing too. I always pictured her like as like this, like little kid.
Yeah.
versus-
Well,
but-
like, because cosplay wise, you see Nezuko and Tanjiro all the time, and a lot of times it's like a dad carrying their little daughter or something. Or it's like a little kid always plays Nezuko, I feel like, in what I've seen. And I don't know. I mean, from the pictures I saw too, I just thought she was going to be shorter.
Yeah.
But she's like, at base value, like, as tall as Tanjiro, so.
And like seems like relatively the same age.
Yeah.
Relatively. Not
Yeah, I
saying- she is younger. Right?
Tanjiro's the oldest, and then it's probably Nezuko.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Another thing, I guess I also forgot there was going to be other siblings. Like, I thought she was the young child.
I got whacked, so.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if you guys caught it, but when Nezuko was carrying that little baby, he said he's tired from crying because of dad passed away.
Yeah, I do remember that actually.
The baby's tired of crying?
It cried so much because dad had remembered its dad, and the dad had passed away.
Dad's no longer in the picture in this realm.
Maybe.
I know. I feel like
Maybe.
every show, it's always like, oh, the dad was dead.
I'll
And
keep
then
my
they come back to
skepticism
life.
alive and well until
Yeah.
I get some more evidence.
Until they go to, like, the grave.
Looking at you, Hohenheim. But,
That's okay. I was like, but Grisha's in the show.
nah, listen, the dad, there's always sketchy
No, I know.
stuff. In live
I know.
action, in anime, and
I
in
know.
animation.
Yeah.
You can't trust dads these days.
Like,
I know about Hunter.
Witcher, exactly.
I just
That's everything.
name it all.
And real life.
I already made that joke.
Damn it,
Yeah.
Adam.
But yeah, and then Nezuko tried attacking Tanjiro. Tanjiro cried out because he's like, I don't want to, you know.
Stay strong.
Yeah, I want you to be.
Be you. Be
Be my-
Nezuko.
be
Don't
my
be a
girl.
demon. Then she started crying.
Yeah, she cried.
Intro, Giyu, Tomoika.
Tomioka. Yeah, he rolled up, was trying to just whack her right then and there.
That's first slash. It was so
Yeah,
lit.
he's cool looking.
Yes, he
I like
is.
how it looks.
His wardrobe is amazing.
Yeah.
I love the solid pink and with the gold and green hexagonal shaple.
Yeah.
I have a flannel I'll have to go find. I couldn't find it, the green and black, but whatever.
Blue is my favorite color, so I do love his sword and his eyes. Sword has a shitty name, though. It's a horrible name.
I don't know if I saw it right. I thought I saw Destroy Demon. I was
It
like,
either
that's
says
very
Demon
basic.
Destroyer or Destroys Demons.
I think it's Destroy Demons.
Either
Okay.
way,
It's a little goofy.
that's not
It's all
good.
good.
But I like his look. I will say the one thing I don't like about the animation of the show is almost all the characters except for Tanjiro and Nezuko have like blank looks on their face. Like when they showed the other siblings, it's like some of them had pupils and then some like Giyu's was very specifically like just iris, whereas like other characters have like a pupil. Like you can see in this, it's the next episode where it's like Tanjiro in a field. You can see like his pupil is like white in the center and it has like the line around it.
Jagged red down below.
Yeah. That's the iris, but the pupil is all white. But there were other characters like the grandfather. Like he didn't really have a pupil. It was all just color. But it gives like this like blank stare in their face. You know how a lot of times they draw characters when they're dead. It's like they're a lot of times in animation they just draw like a fully colored in iris to show like there's no life in the eye.
Unconscious too.
Yeah, or unconscious. Now, they did that this episode with the kids who are dead in the house. You could see, like, oh, that kid's got the dead look in his eyes. But then they have, like, this, like the grandfather. It just has this glazed look. I don't know why. I'm just not a fan of it. It just looks weird to me.
Yeah. I like the color palette.
Yeah, colors are cool.
Like I said in the reaction, I do know that the show's very famous for its animation, its color palettes, so I'm very excited to see that. And I mean, the intro, you saw the Blue Dragon. The Blue Dragon was very visually cool. We were watching something, I remember, and you were like, oh, that's like Demon Slayer. I don't know what it was.
It was JJK.
Was it?
The
blue
the
magic.
trunk. It was the trunk. The elephant had, like, shot out water. It was one of Fushiguro. I think it was one of Fushiguro's shimigamis or whatever you call them.
Oh, guy.
This show is like one of my favorite animations of all time.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. Am I not wrong?
Yeah. Okay.
The snow. Okay, the snow before you see him taking steps. It looks so real. It's like somebody went outside with a camera and filmed it in real life and was like, "Here, take this."
Yeah.
I like the shot of the mountains and the trees.
Yeah, especially when it's snowing too.
Yeah. I like the scenic shots. Although I just think the random choices for 3D animation, I'm just like, kind of like, why? Like the ones
I like it.
Well, the ones
they're experimenting, I think.
The ones that look good are just like when he's walking and you see his footprints and all that stuff. And
dude, the best one is when he's running away from Grandpa and he's going up the hill. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, that's cool, but like when he's just randomly walking into the town, it's like some things are 2D, but like he's 3D.
I get it.
Or in that moment, the moment where you're like, oh look, he's 3D, and he turns around and then he's 2D. I'm just like, there's no reason for that. Like that to me, that I'm like, what are we doing? Like there's no reason for it. But when you're doing like the scenic shots or like the motion, it makes sense. It fits. It looks good.
Yeah, it's funny that you guys like look out for that stuff because Adam kept on saying like it's 3D, and I was like, oh yeah, like I wouldn't. It blended so well for me in some scenes that I wouldn't have called it.
Well,
especially when it was just Tanjiro walking as a model.
because I'm not a fan of the 3D, but it's working here.
You're not a fan of 3D in general, you mean?
Mainly because the anime Berserk ruined it for me.
But then we've seen 3D in other shows.
AOT is pretty good. You can't really see it.
Vinland was pretty good. JJK is pretty good.
JJK's is solid, yeah.
Attack on Titan depends on what scene we're watching and what the color palettes they're using. Sometimes it's hit or miss.
Sometimes it's really good, sometimes it's like, not as much.
Yeah. I did not notice it at all. Other than the snow, I did not notice it until you called it out specifically.
Yeah. There are just times where I'm like, why are we... Like, literally, the one where he's walking in the town, and it's like, he's 3D, part of the stuff's 3D, and then the background's 2D. I was like, why? He's just walking into a town.
All I do remember specifically from the next episode is one of my favorite scenes is a 3D scene. We'll get to it when we watch the next one, but...
I think we had mentioned in a AOT, sorry for bringing AOT up in this, somebody had commented...
It's a flagship show, so it's all good.
Somebody had commented saying that I think studios, when they've run out of time during animations, they choose 3D because it's quicker.
That makes sense.
Well, I don't think it's a bad choice all the time. I think it's okay. If you do it right and you don't overuse it, you're good.
Yeah.
It's still animation at the end of the day, so I accept it.
Yeah.
As long as it's not the fundamental way that you storytell. And if it is, do it like Arcane, where it looks really good.
Yeah.
It's all like 3D animation.
Yeah.
Did you say at some point during this discussion that, not in a bad way, the colors are oversaturated?
Oh yeah, not in a bad way. I said I liked the distinguished colors from the background. Like the characters had color. They were very faint, to be fair, but compared to the background, they still stuck out.
Okay. I mean, I think there are some scenes in the show that it's oversaturated, but there's a reason for it.
Yeah.
And I think it works.
I'm curious because I personally don't remember what my thoughts were a year ago. I remember I was a little bit more critical, that's all, because I was very new to anime, so
yeah,
I'd be curious to see how my opinion now compares to me a year ago, because I was not super big on anime yet.
Yeah.
I had watched Death Note, which didn't really... the story was just so good, so I could excuse it, but Sword Art kinda.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah. This is also pre-Attack on Titan being your, life. It wasn't until, end of Season 2, beginning of Season 3, that was before... That was after we recorded this the first time.
Yeah, and then since then, we've watched JJK, Vinland, 2 anime movies, My Hero.
It's been a lot.
Hey, My Hero was pretty good.
So good.
Second half. Villain arc was great. What was my last thoughts? There was one more thing. Oh, the one thing I did want to say real quick, because of the thumbnail that you brought my attention to. What the hell is on his head?
Oh yeah, what is he? The scar on his head, like the boy who lives. Is he Harry Potter? What's going on? Did Voldemort?
Well, now that I've gotten a little bit better at trying to put some seriousness into anime, I'm trying to read in early. Oh, there has to be something eventually,
Yeah.
Main character has the biggest scar I've ever seen on somebody. I mean, it could be a port wine stain. You know how people have red marks on their skin naturally?
Yeah. I mean, that looks
like he was dropped when he was a baby.
That looks like his face was dragged in gravel.
Or, you know what?
Burned.
Charcoal accident.
I was gonna joke and say whatever that is, it's why his smell is messed up or enhanced.
Messed with his frontal lobe.
Yeah, his
I don't even know where smell
is
controlled.
Yeah, I don't know. I would assume it's from the brain, but I don't know. But guys, we're gonna send you over to us from a year ago. Be kind to us. Our thoughts might be very different from now.
And we look totally different.
See ya.
Deuces. Wow.
Bro, what the fuck is up with you making us watch all these sad as fuck shows? I'm sick of seeing
it's a good story.
I'm sick of seeing moms dying in the first episode. Come on.
Oh yeah, I guess that and Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Something in common.
That was good though. I'm ready whenever you are, Adam.
I was ready yesterday, bitch. What'd you guys think?
It was good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I in most shows it takes me more than the first episode to decide whether how I feel. I would say right now I'm not sold completely on it. But there's a lot of interesting concepts. But I think it but that's how I was with My Hero before it became like the thing I loved the most.
Mm-hmm.
It took me multiple episodes to see where I thought it was gonna go, to be like, oh, okay, I really dig this. But I mean, right now it has an interesting premise. Like, I'm interested to know what's up with the demons, because like in Western, well, I'll let you say what you think first.
Oh yeah, I've so far enjoyed it. Looks great. The demon slayer that he meets is really cool. Giyu.
Mm-hmm.
He is really cool.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're right. Like, I just gave you shit for picking sad things, but I have high hopes for a show that's going to put you in such a sad place at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely want to watch more. So yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. I can't wait. The intro looked cool. I can't wait to meet all these characters and see some cool fighting abilities and learn how these demons work, or if they just run around and eat people.
Yeah. It's within the 23 minutes. It's not a lot that happened so far. Like, I mean, it's a kid. Saw his family happy, goes to town. As soon as he comes back, family's dead.
Yeah.
So not a lot happened. So it's hard to know how to feel so far, because we haven't really explored.
Yeah.
The outro was, or I guess what's going to be the intro, was a little bit more promising, because it's showing a lot more stuff to look forward to. So I guess there is that to consider. I'm actually, the thing I'm most curious about is the demon aspect itself, because being from Western culture, we have an idea of demons, but I think it's more from a Catholic standpoint. But in cultures in general, there's an idea of demons and how they're depicted. Like there's Ryuk from Death Note, and it's completely different interpretation. So in this, looking at the outro, when I was seeing all those crazy colors and everything, I'm curious what demon means for this culture, because. And I'm most curious because the first instance kind of looks like vampirism.
Yeah, that's what I think it is too.
The girl's got fangs and her nails are all of a sudden sharp.
And then Giyu said, "Keep her out of the sunlight."
So yeah, that's why I was I don't know why the term demon was chosen, but I'm curious for them to explain it.
I mean, I don't think that's an uncommon trope of demons. You generally, I don't think they make a point of that. I don't think in most Western things you see, they don't necessarily make a point to say, no, actually that's not true. Yeah, and anything that I've ever watched that's had demons in it, they don't work in the daylight. They always work at night, or...
Except for Blade.
True.
He's called Daywalker.
True. But I just even think of stuff in Supernatural. I mean, not that they're afraid of the light, but they don't operate during sunlight unless they're possessing someone.
Yeah,
you know
sure.
what I mean? So there's a lot of I don't know. I mean, I get what you're saying with
Trope.
vampires, but I don't think, to me, I feel especially at least seeing that one guy that looked like a demon, I don't know. I think they'll definitely be more demon than vampire-esque. We'll see.
From you've seen a handful of anime. You've only seen My Hero, Attack on Titan, Death Note, and the first episode of this.
Yeah.
What'd you guys think of the graphics?
Incredible.
Yeah.
I like it. It's interesting the way it bounces back and forth from a 2D to 3D.
I'm glad you picked up on that.
It's cool. The one thing I was worried about is because my opinion. Everybody's free to have their own, but I feel most of the 3D ones look really shitty.
And they get hated on.
They look like shit for the most part.
Berserk is known for being hated because it's now 3D.
Yeah, they just don't look that... They look like a bad video game that, we made. You know what I mean? Not like a studio made it. But I the... at least in the intro, they were showing, when it went from, him fighting, and then when he had the water coming off his sword, that looks cool when they're adding it. Almost it's a third dimension. That's stupid. Almost it's another dimension layer of this is a spiritual attack. And I mean sometimes they did it when characters would turn or do something. They added a layer of 3D to make it feel deeper, which was cool.
It very selectively uses it. I don't know if you noticed. It was I don't know what your word to use in that moment, but when the woman is saying, "Hey, Tanjiro," and he's walking, you could see he was in 3D, but then when it cuts to the shot of him, like from the waist up, it was back to 2D.
Yeah.
So I like how they pick and choose where to use it. The scene of the bird that burned was definitely 3D in the corner.
I definitely noticed it right off the bat. I'm pretty sure the snow animation and the trees in the first shot were in 3D. It's the first thing I picked up on because I wasn't sure. I was like, I don't know how somebody would visually draw that because it looked like it was like how
real.
the footprints were going in. You could see that like how the camera was moving. It was almost following a trench. And I was like, I don't know if it's possible in like hand done design. Honest opinion, I like the style of Attack on Titan a bit more. Like I like how the characters have the darker stencils. I like that, but this was like very beautiful. Like it's super high def. It looks nice. The character I think looks the best currently on it is I don't know his name.
The demon.
Giyu.
Giyu.
Giyu looks cool. Giyu is the most promising thing to me right now. I'm very curious to know, and I'm really curious to know like what's up with the scent thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like why can he smell? Like, is there a reason for that? Yeah.
Because like whenever like I like knew like whenever people would talk about like demon encounters, they would say there's like a weird phantom smell. Like they always talk about phantom smells.
Yeah.
So I wonder like how that comes into play with this, or if it's just like a thing completely different because the kid was being used for like the jar broke and he was like, I smell a cat. The cat was the one who broke it.
Yeah.
So I'm curious.
You could smell blood.
Like there's a lot of potential, and maybe I'll have a better feel as to how I feel about it in episode 2. But I'm excited. I'm curious.
We met a character in Attack on Titan very recently who was also has a good sniffer.
An acute sense of smell. So I don't think I got any of the names down really well. So the main character
is Tanjiro.
Tanjiro? What?
Tanjiro. Tanjiro. Tanjiro.
Okay.
It's right there. Tanjiro Kamado.
Tanjiro. And the sister was...
Nezuko.
That's going to be easier. It just rolls off my tongue. And then...
Granddad Sabuto. And Giyu.
And then how many people were in his family that... Like, we got introduced so quick.
Look on my list.
It looked like there was mom.
Oldest sister, which is... Was that her?
Yeah, Nezuko was the oldest.
So there was Hanako, who was a sister, Shigeru,
the two young
which was a brother,
yes.
Takio, which was, I think, was another brother, and Rakuda was the one that Nezuko was holding.
So was that... I'm curious to know, was that her baby, or was that the mom's most recent baby? I'm curious to know what her relationship is, because how it was coming off to me is like you said he was the oldest brother, but like how I could have perceived it had not knowing that is like he's the oldest brother,
the one who looks out,
and she's like the first one to get off married and has the kid who she brings to the family. Is the husband in the picture? Is there a husband?
She did say when before he went down to the town to sell charcoal, the baby, she said he misses dad.
Yeah, so it's hard to know though, even if that's her mom's husband or
her dad or her husband. Yeah.
So yeah, that's also hard because subtitles when you're watching a new show to take in all the information, of course.
Mm-hmm. This is a weird question. I'll leave it up to you if you want to leave it in. The subtitles of this show versus Attack on Titans.
I don't like them.
This one?
In my opinion, I still think you need like a black bar or like a faded bar so you can differentiate the letter from, especially with a snowy background. It's not the show's fault.
Yeah.
It's always, I think it's the application, the apps that decide how it goes. Amazon Prime I still think does it best. Like you need a bar so that it's easy for the eyes for non-native viewers to be able to follow the story. That's just me.
Yeah, one thing too I didn't necessarily like about it is I feel like it was like really like thin and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like at least Netflix is like pretty bold, so like other than when the colors overlap, like you can see the work clear. Like there were moments where I was kind of like, I feel like I had to squint, and I have pretty good vision, so like, you know.
The episode went by quick.
Yeah.
Like we didn't get to cover too much. Well, we did learn a couple things though. We learned that this guy can evaporate, apparently.
He's really fast.
I think he just flickered away.
He can kind of control the... Do you think that was him controlling the wind?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like he might have been... He might have done something. I don't know if he necessarily controls the wind or if he just, like did something to flick up the wind.
Yeah.
Maybe because he's clearly, like, I don't think he evaporated. Like, he just moved, like, because in anime they do, when they show the lines crossing over the body, like it's faded. That's just someone was quick and disappeared and ran away.
Yeah.
Like he teleported.
It's
almost.
a new thing for me. I just assumed he teleported like Scotty.
this anime's
They have
type
tropes.
of super speed I prefer over like the only example I can think of is CW's Flash, where they just film the actor going I like it when they do it like this, where they just disappear.
They're gone, like Batman.
Yeah.
In daylight.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. They definitely have the, like, revenge trope going on. So, like, I'm curious, is that going to be, like, why I said I can't make a judgment call yet is because, like, My Hero, you don't know what the story is until episode 2. Mm-hmm. They leave you on the cliffhanger with him and All Might on the roof, and then it's the second episode that you learn that, oh, this is the story about how I'm going to be the greatest hero. So it's like, okay, that's what we're going to.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming Tanjiro is going to become a demon slayer.
Yeah, I mean, I think that his thing is going to be... I mean, he said he wants to heal his sister and turn her back to normal. So I would assume that that's, like, what the premise of the show is going to be.
Yeah.
And considering in the intro she had the muzzle on still, it's not like they're going to next episode be like, you've been healed, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe that's something that, like, maybe she becomes like a hybrid halfway through this season. She
can, like, control her demon powers.
Control the demon powers, have that little thing that helps them know how to fight demons, and can also be a demon slayer with her brother.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's so new.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for the next episode.
Me too.
I think that's everything I can think of.
Fair enough.
I mean, I was gonna say, like, what'd you guys think of? Just think of, like, the Tanjiro just spent like a whole day walking down a mountain, helping others and saving people, then walked up, slept, and then walked up and then carried his sister. Tried to carry his sister down and then fell off a cliff. Just how strong he is.
I mean, yeah. I mean, he's a laborer. He works all the time, I'm sure.
I mean, also, if you grow up on a mountain and you're not near anything, like, you're going to have to be, like, have some physical attributes that allow you to survive. Because, like, people don't just live on a mountain and just, like, be, like, useless in, like,
they don't sit at home and play games.
Yeah, they don't play
They're
games.
accustomed to building that in their
Endurance,
body to take care of that. And obviously, everybody in the town's asking him for aid, so clearly he's a physically capable and mentally capable individual.
A handyman.
Yeah, everybody goes.
Reliable.
Yeah. And, like, all the old people are like, hey, stay with me for the night. Like, or I can't remember the guy, but he
The
was
granddad.
like, stay with me for, yeah. So, I was going to ask something.
Only thing I was disappointed about this episode, his hair still looks cool, but the fact that they cut off his ponytail, I was like, dang it, man, I actually really like that.
They can grow back.
Yeah, no, it's just
We got
cool.
this guy with the ponytail now.
Yeah, he looks so cool. His eyes look sick, like, just, like, the death stare that he has. That's, like, it's not like he's cold, like he's not present, but it's just like I'm here to kill type of face, or type of look in his eyes. It's, like, cool.
The episode overall was, like, actually really good. The only thing that takes me out is it's hard for, like, the death of the family is obviously supposed to be traumatic, but I feel like because, like, I didn't get to really know them, and at least well enough, like, the happiness was so overbearing that I could predict it was going to happen, so I couldn't really attach myself, whereas, like, I can't really spoil the other show that we watched, but, like, we're in the other instance in the first episode where there's a death. It feels meaningful because they hold it to the very end cliffhanger, so at least we get the build up. We know there's at least a relationship. So I don't know, like, it's
straight to the point.
I couldn't be like morbidly affected because it happens so freaking fast. But I don't think it's supposed to be like we're obviously going to grow to love these characters.
Yeah.
So
what do you think of Giyu's outfit? The two different patterns split down the middle.
It looks a little goofy.
Yeah,
it's goofy. I mean,
I wouldn't rock it.
No. All their everybody's outfits, and everyone else kind of just wore the typical, like, robes, but, like, Tanjiro and Gyu's outfits were both like they're just weird looking, so it's not like a typical. It's not a typical fit.
Yeah, and the sister wears more traditional robes. It looks like, and I was actually gonna say that because I forget. I'm assuming this is in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like in Japan, it seems like there's two ways of like clothing design. There's obviously the modern type that you'd find in the city, and then there's like the separate district where it's very like old school, very traditional robes. And I forgot when I was looking at the robes, I was like, I don't even know what time period we're in because it feels so like olden day. And then when they went down to the city, there was like telephone poles, like Will said, and I was like, oh snap! Like I forget because the traditional look looks.
Before we end this episode, I want to look up what that period is. The Taisho.
What they're in right now?
Yep, it says it is the Taisho period. It's a history of Japan dating from July 30th, 1912 to December 25th, 1926.
Interesting.
When were telephone poles invented? Can you look that up? Or like created?
1876.
1876.
The first telephone pole was built in 1876 as part of a telephone installation for Alexander Graham Bell's friend and employer.
I was gonna say Alexander Graham Bell and all that. That's like not too long after the Civil War.
See, that's crazy. So what I was gonna be making the point of is when I saw the telephone poles, I initially assumed the show was in an olden day period, and then it went to telephone. I was like, oh, we're in like modern day times. Yeah. So it's not even modern. It's like almost modern. It's 100 years ago.
Retro modern.
That's actually cool. I didn't know the time period. Wow. It's actually pretty cool.
I got nothing else.
I've got nothing else either.
Me neither.
We're gonna punch it and start the next episode. All right, guys. Bah!
And now that we're back, 1 year in the future, we're gonna say goodbye. So, guys, if you enjoy this reaction, make sure you
leave a like, comment down below about what you thought about our reaction to Demon Slayer. I'm so happy we're watching this. Punch the subscription button, flick the notification bell, check out the Patreon. We'll see you in the next one. Punch it. Bow! Fuck everybody who didn't vote for this in the first poll.